All right, I'm just gonna start a second video. Sorry about that. I had to take a important phone call. Okay, so the one area I'm running into trouble, so I have to figure out what to do is on the inside. This will all be covered. This will have a rooftop over it, so this will be inside, but it's still gonna be brick. And I mean, man, I might change it. I might look for something else to go on the inside, but it is an abandoned factory. So a factory that was probably built, in the early 1900s, maybe even late 1800s, probably early 1900s. And they had brick all inside and out in a lot of them. So we could picture this as being like, some sort of, maybe this might be an office room. Think I'm gonna make this factory like like a mill factory. So we'll have like maybe the mill over here, and then over here will maybe be different rooms for office space and communal stuff. Maybe people punching in, break room, something like that. But I plan on doing it hopefully like all dilapidated. So if you want this particular pack, it's in the Epic Games launcher. Um, if you've been going to the marketplace regularly and you go for the free for the month, it might have been one of the free for the month, so you might have to pay for it now, but we can check. Because you have free for the month and then view all free products. Let's see. Yeah, see, they always add stuff to it, so I'll just do this really quick in case anybody forgot. So there we go. So now it's in my cart. I'll check out later. Abandoned factory. So, that's not the same one. All right, let's do this. So this one's from Scans. So I can't tell if it cost you or not because mine's already here. It says add to the project, but this is the one that I'm using. So they do a great job of making it look really good on the exterior, of course. So hopefully I can replicate something like that. I might have to change some of the shapes of my buildings and to work with the mesh a little more. This is what the mesh looks like, what you can do with it. So yeah, I just added that to the project. So like this building, this thing I'm probably going to get rid of. But then you just want to go over and pretty much snap everything on top. Now you have to be careful. See, the one thing I don't like they did on this one is they put a little bit of grass down here for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, they could have just completely done away with that and let people put grass in as they see fit. See, because now there's a piece of grass right there. So then I'll have to cover it up with a column, which is fine. I was probably going to do anyways. Let's go here, come to our static mesh. Got our columns. Let's see. I want the tallest one they have. They have all different sizes and styles. So you got it's got these. I'm not going to put that in there though because it's a drain pipe. Just trying to figure out which one is the tallest. Alright, so it looks like that one is. Okay. So for things like this, you just Plop it on in there. Now, if you end up with stuff like that and you don't want it, maybe I want to bring this to the top. This one has a corner piece, actually. I'm looking for a corner piece. We can just use this one. And put it up there. Get it how I want it positioned. Now you can try to do it two ways. I noticed some of these columns are like have a weird rotation on them. This one was good though. So perfect. So all I did was, Alt click on the rotator and it created a new one and rotates it. Alt click, drag, and then duplicate it. There we go. And if you want, just get rid of those, any of those seams, put that there, put that over here. And now our wall's starting to come together a little nicer. So now this, I might run into an issue. Because as you can see, it's going to cross in between. Now what I could do is I could try just recessing it back just a little. So now it's not clipping in with that one. It's back just a little. Nobody will probably notice that. I'll put up some trim here. And that's one thing that I noticed that they might not have a lot of, because they do have like a trim. There's pipe. Could put a pipe there maybe. I'm going to do that just so it sticks out. Don't care for that. I don't know if you had a pipe, it might be hanging off like that, but we could do that. Have that pipe running through, but I still need to cover that up. So I'm just gonna group that together, make it easy. When I come back to it, roof, wood pallets, planks. I'm using brick though, so I don't want brick and wood to be combined like that. So I want to see what this is going to look like though if it's snapped on. Box brush 2. So now I have to remember that that's box brush 2. Just gonna get that. That's too low. Okay, so I know this, is flush with it. That's fine. Now what I'll have to do is the other side, of course. I'll have to make it symmetrical so that you can't see this and that this is covered up too. Because as you can see, they've only made it material and texture on one side. So that's the other issue you'll run into with a lot of the models. If I double click on the model, it'll bring it up in another window. This will take a while depending on how fast or slow your computer is. All right, so this window actually has two sides, so that's cool. And remember, if you want, see now I have 2 pages open. Click, undock it, redock it. Okay. So not everything has 2 sides. I believe these walls have 2 sides. Yeah, those do. So that makes it easy, if you're just building a straight wall. But some things do not. So now I have to determine too how high I want to go, because I have to go pretty much the entire length. So let's see. I can tell this one's in there. This one, I thought I saw clipping. So this is clipping. So there we go. So I pushed it back just a little. That helped it out. So now I'm just going to redo this real quick. So let's go a lot higher. Let's go all the way to the top. I accidentally turned off thought I still had it on. My scale up here, so that's why it's not snapping. Alright, now the one thing though I don't want to do is have them to where they're all perfectly uniform. So you can rotate it to get the other side. Another thing I'm going to do is switch it up. Because I don't want this all to appear in the exact same spot. So you can see it's there and it's there right now. So let's see. Now these being columns, should be able to rotate them 90 degrees. Get a different look. So it just helps break it up just a little, just enough. So that's the other reason, you know, it's hard to like tile things all the way up because then you end up with these. So you might have to come up with a way to break that up by using different props to cover things up. Excuse me. Unfortunately, in this one, in this pack, this is the only plain brick wall they give us. So everything else has windows on it, which is fine. I'll probably use some of them, but depending on where it's going to be, I might not use the windows all that much. This turns on from world to the actual model. Whoops. So that's why it changes. If you look at the transform there, it'll change. So that's how. So for some reason this is how they created it, so that this is where the point would be initiated. So if you're trying to just slide it one way or the other, you can do that. So now that I'm looking at it, try to break it up a little. I think I'm going to do this. And I can put this right here. The only issue though, see, is, you know, the window is going to be far. I could just get rid of that wall so there isn't this big ledge. Tighten that ledge up. Because you definitely wouldn't have a window like with that huge of a gap in between, right? Not unless you're creating a window that won't let any light in. I'm gonna leave that though for right now, just to use as a reference. So if I wanted to put it in here, then I definitely have to move this wall back. Give myself the room. I might do something with that. So what I'd have to do is take this wall in. Let me put my scale back to 100. Let's see. So it's going to go right there. Right up to that point, pretty much. So I might end up doing something with that. Yeah, I think I like that. Push this back, maybe push this back. See if we can get these to like kind of. Let me see. Let's see first where putting it at 100 would set it. Because if it'll clip it right into each other, then we're good. But see, now it won't. So you got that overlap there. So you got to be careful. All right, so I'll probably do that, and then I'll tighten this up. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. So yeah, so I'll probably change all of this. So you have to be willing to change your design too on a fly. You might find something that works better, or something that you just feel looks better in this case. All right, so I'm going to change this, but that should give you a good idea of what we're doing with these meshes and how we're using our BSP to build around it. All right, always remember to save all when possible. All right, and I'll see y'all at the next one.